we weren't far off in the first half. We moved the ball with pretty good consistency. It just felt like, man, you were an inch short of a first down, or you were a hair off on a block to spring in the big play. But then I think some of the things that we would like to do as a football program is, man, you felt like you just stayed with it, and we kept running the football. We had the ability to put ourselves in really good third down situations. And you look at this, man, again, another great night on third down conversions, and we took care of the football. So I think all things that when you talk about playing on the road, how do you have success? Those are the things that we talk about, and it was great to see our kids do it.
You talk about the big play. Obviously, Jaden gets the touchdown, and then the game really swings in your favor. How much do you think that was the thing that your team needed to take control of the game?
Yeah, I think for me, the fun thing tonight is, like, man, all the 8 players made critical plays in critical moments. You talk about on defense, I mean, the play Malik makes, obviously John Tez makes a great play, and then, you talk about Coop making a great play at the end of the game. And then on offense, it's Jaden and Abu. I mean, those are the guys tonight that stepped up. And I thought Rocco did a really great job. I mean, it was, there were some things that they didn't do that maybe we thought they were going to do, and his ability to adjust within the game and have some great detail was awesome to see.
What's your defense?
I mean, they were awesome. And that group keeps growing, and man, we're playing a ton of guys. We're dinged up. We've been dinged up, and for me, the most impressive piece of it is those next guys up just keep stepping up and making really critical plays. And so I thought our kids really did a great job of it.
What would you say about their ability to stay steady when things were not really going well for you guys for long stretches and they kind of kept plugging away?
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw that early in the season. I think some of the maturity of this football team is there was no panic, or has not been panic, to be quite honest with you. I thought our coaches did a great job of teaching through the football game. I thought we made some really good adjustments within the game. And, and then to me, you felt like we at times felt like we were in control of the game. We were just off by a hair, and sometimes that happens. And so, we'd like to start a little bit faster. We got to figure out ways to continue to do that better. But again, I think our ability to just hang in there and keep playing is a mark of this team so far.
You've deflected this question a couple times. Obviously, you set the record. Now that you've done it, what's it mean to you?
Yeah, again, I appreciate that. I think, again, for me, there's a lot of people here that it's meant a great deal to. So many of our staff that's been with me, Coach Haycock, Coach Rashid, Mouse. You talk about, obviously, so many of our former players that are back on our staff, and we've just had so many great players here. And then my own family, honestly, the sacrifice my wife and kids make for the ability to do this job's exhausting, right? And it takes everything you got, and they allow you to do that. So you're just grateful for everything that they have stood for along the way too.
As a coach, you talk so much about overcoming adversity, right? What adversity do you feel like you overcame on your way to setting this record as a head coach?
Yeah, again, our industry and this job isn't easy. You've got to be willing to grow, and I for sure have not been perfect. I'm only 44 years old, and I feel like you constantly grow in this profession, and if you're not growing, then you get humbled really fast. And so, and this is a hard job, right? I mean, there's nothing easy about Iowa State. There's nothing easy about having success here. You got to be your best every day to even have a chance to win, and I think that's what makes our players really special. I think it made the coaches that have coached here and that are still with us here now makes them really special, and we haven't wavered off our course of what we believe in and who we said we wanted to be from day one, and that I really appreciate about everybody involved in it. But constantly growing and trying to evolve has been probably my biggest, the biggest thing for me.
You set a record. You guys are 4-0 for the first time in 24 years. Does it feel like things are coming together right now for you guys? Both long term and within the season?
Yeah, I feel like, again, culturally, we're in a really positive spot. I think how we play the game of football has been enjoyable to be a part of, to be quite honest with you. And the leadership from this team, and I know I talked about it since January, has been the ability to come every day and have real competitive endurance, the ability to just keep getting better and growing. And I think for me, that's the really fun thing about this team is they've shown the ability to do that. Are we mentally tough enough? Are we physically tough enough to keep doing that? Can we have guys keep stepping up? Carson Brown tonight stepped up in a major way in a critical moment. Man, we're going to need to be able to do that. And so again, I think that's the ultimate challenge. But the leadership on this team, the senior leadership right now, it's been nothing short of exceptional. I'm really grateful for it. Hey, I didn't talk about Skip too. Skip's been with us every step of the way. So I can't leave him out, because without him, there's no way in heck I would be able to function. So, but I should have made sure I mentioned him as well.
Before you came in here, I saw you with the game ball. Any immediate plans for what you're going to do with it?
Well, I gave it to my wife, and honestly, she and they surprised me tonight, so really grateful that they came and had no idea that they would be here. But there's nobody else that deserves that, and honestly deserves the right to have that football than my wife and my 4 kids. That what they sacrificed for me and for us is a great deal.
What's it like to hug and kiss them after that?
Yeah, it makes it pretty special. Probably no greater reward than that right there, so it's pretty awesome.
A couple of injuries.
Yeah, I think Jalen was cramping. So my hope is we'll have him back. I think Huff was fine at the end of the game. Man, it takes a lot to get that big guy down. So I think he'll be just fine. And then John Klosterman, that one it looks a little bit more serious. I think I'll know exactly what it is for you guys on Tuesday. And obviously John has meant a great deal to us, because he's been great on special teams and he's playing really good football. And then to get that linebacker room, so we'll have to figure out where that is. Steve-O wasn't ready. We brought him with us. We thought we tried to warm him up before the game. He just wasn't ready to roll, and we didn't want to make it any worse. So I think he'll have a real chance to play next week. He was really close, but I think we tried to be smart.
Was Bo unable to finish the game?
No, we just kind of tried to rest him in the fourth quarter. Yep. Awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.